Welcome back. Joining me now from North Carolina Wesleyan University are the first two student fellows in the Pfizer partnership, Rhea Wilder and Mauro Infante. And to both of you, thank you for joining me this morning. Let's get to know a little bit about each of you, if you don't mind. In fact, Rhea, why don't you start? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Rhea Wilder. I am a senior at North Carolina Wesleyan University. I have two majors, one in biology and one in environmental science, and I also play soccer. I just finished out my senior season.
And I'm Mauro Infante. I'm from Uruguay, a small country in South America. I came here to experience one of my dreams since I was a child. That was to study abroad and play the sport that I love, that is soccer.
You'll have to tell me a little bit about this Pfizer fellowship and how important it is for you guys to be the first in it. I mean, it sounds like a pretty prestigious deal. What's it about, and give me your thoughts on it.
I mean, I think it is also a pretty prestigious deal. We got presented with the opportunity from our faculty at Wesleyan. And they said, hey, we have this opportunity. They worked really hard to get it. Our provost, Dr. Lane, and our associate provost, Molly Wyatt, along with one of our professors, Dr. Elias, had talked to Larry Hampton, Dr. Hampton here, kind of got the whole process, and then we got presented with opportunity to accept and or decline. Obviously, we're going to accept. I mean, this is going to look great for when we go to grad school. It's kind of the massive stepping stone that we have above everybody else to get into these prestigious grad schools when we go.
Well, you look like you're pretty happy about it. How does this play out for you then as you move forward? You know, you got to look a couple of years down the road. I mean, and actually, Rhea, you can weigh in on this as well, because this opportunity is going to play out quite well, I would assume, for both of you as you graduate and go on with whatever direction you're going. So if you could enlighten us, from people who aren't in your shoes, just how big a deal this is.
I mean, it's great to start with such a big company as Pfizer. It's great to have an insight of how a pharmaceutical company works. And yeah, for the future is going to look great. We're hoping to get into graduate school, continue with our studies. So, I mean, to start with such a big company, it's amazing how this experience, get this knowledge. So yeah, it's going to boost our future in such a way as we can imagine. And yeah, we're really thankful for the opportunity. We didn't doubt into taking it.
Yeah, I think it also has a massive effect because, especially for me, like I thought I knew what I wanted to do because I have to. I'm about to graduate, but this is showing me a whole other side of things that I hadn't really taken into consideration before. And I think that it's really good, especially for Mauro being a lot younger than me, at least academically, and having this opportunity so early. It's going to look great because he's just going to further get more opportunities, and I have a great one that's going to be on my resume when I go and apply.
What's it like? I mean, what do you do as a fellowship with Pfizer? I mean, I don't know what you do. What do you do?
In quality and chemistry quality, actually, the department. I also work with quality control. That means most of my time I spend looking into lab techniques, try to go through methods in the laboratory. That's basically what I want to do in the future, some type of research or research related stuff. So being here and have hands-on some techniques, some instruments I won't get to see in my university or maybe in the future. It's amazing. So yeah, we go. In my case, I work into that. That's more related to chemistry. That's my major.
So currently I'm working with they're called SCAR reports. Basically, I'm doing I'm processing what happens if something is wrong with the product and we have to contact the supplier, and we're doing corrective actions on how they're going to fix it, how they're going to improve. That way Pfizer can produce the best quality for its patients and its purchasers or consumers. And then I'm also hoping to get started with the environmental health and safety group. That way it applies to my environmental degree as well. Once I do that, I'll learn more about that side of the company, but I haven't started that yet, so I can't really provide much feedback on that yet.
Yeah, I forget which one of you mentioned it, but you have your studies, and of course, over at the university, this work you're doing with Pfizer, did it change your perspective at all in regards to where you're going to go from here? Did it open your eyes to things maybe you didn't know or hadn't even thought of?
Kind of help us figure out our future also, what path we want to take. Rhea is taking, like, having for the first time to see how the pharmaceutical world works and how it relates to her major, that's environmental science. And in my case, I get to see how one branch of chemistry works that's most related to analytical chemistry, and it gets me to as Rhea said, I'm younger than her, so I have a lot of time to process. I'm not graduating still for a long time, but I get to figure out if I like this or not, see how it works, and see if that's what I want to do in the future. So
Yeah, I think one of the coolest things about this opportunity is not only is it a massive opportunity, but also it counts to our credits for school. So this is a 3-credit course. So it's basically a class that we would take at school, except now we're here. So we're kind of absorbing as much information as we can, just like we would be doing in a classroom. But it's a completely different setting that if we wouldn't have had this opportunity, I would have just been in a classroom learning about something completely different.
That is awesome. First students, so pressured, feeling a little pressure?
So in the beginning, no, I didn't really think anybody else's success was on my shoulders. I was like, I'm going to do the best I can do regardless of anything. Then further conversations, I've realized that since we are the first of this group, we are kind of the trial run, I guess. We're the trial and error part. And if we don't do well, then the success of the program is not going to do well either. I think the biggest pressure is, one, being able to go back to our school and say, hey, other students, this is an opportunity, but you have to be able to do what they ask of you. And I think the other pressure is more of, hey, if we don't do well here, then this opportunity isn't going to be for other students. So pressure, yes, but it all depends on how you look at it. So we're both going to do our best regardless of if the pressure was there or not. So that's just how we look at it.
I just want to add one thing. They also have the future fellows that are going to come. They're going to look at us, look up on us, and we are like a reference point for them. That we are the voice of this new fellowship between Pfizer and this university. So it's kind of new for both sides of the agreement, both Pfizer and us. So we are learning as we go on, and yeah, I think it's going to be great in the future. We need to have some pressure to do good, as Rhea said. So the program and the fellowship keeps going, and also there's probably going to be like reproducible in some other Pfizer's companies or sites across US, maybe across the world. So yeah, we have to be a role model for that.
I'm sure you guys are going to do awesome, and congratulations, and thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. It was nice meeting you both.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you too.
All right, you take care, and hey, don't you go anywhere because we're coming back.